Hi, everyone. I'm Heather Lennon, Sales Director of NorthSouth Books, and I'm excited to be here and share some of our upcoming titles with you. After a long, hard winter, we're all excited for spring 22. I think this is going to be the best, most beautiful spring yet, full of gorgeous books. First up is The Garden We Share from Zoe Tucker and Juliana Swanee. This is a beautiful book about the seasons, family, gardening, community, planting seeds and watching them grow. It is also a beautiful story about a girl and her grandmother who plant a garden together with members of their community. As they go through the seasons and changes in life, eventually grandma is no longer there. And the little girl learns that, no matter what, her grandmother is always with her. It's just an absolutely gorgeous book. You might know Zoe Tucker from her book Greta and the Giants and her book with North South, Ada and the Number Crunching Machine. She is paired up with Juliana Swanee for the first time, and Juliana has worked with Joanna Gaines, who you know from HGTV, on some best-selling books, including We Are the Gardeners. So we think this is a wonderful fit. And it has beautiful end papers with the seeds that I was talking about before. Climb On from Baptiste Paul and Jackie Alcantara. This is a fantastic father-daughter adventure about a dad and daughter going on a hike in St. Lucia in the Caribbean, full of gorgeous saturated art from Jacqueline Alcantara. Jackie and Baptiste worked together with us on their debut, The Field, which won multiple starred reviews, was a Sonia Lynn Sadler Award winner. They've both gone on to create many wonderful books. Baptiste most recently created a book called Peace with Miranda Paul that we published, and Jackie, you probably know from Freedom Soup, and her latest book is called Your Mama. She's very funny, and I think you see some great humor in this book. It's full of Black joy. It includes some nice Creole nods because Baptiste is from St. Lucia and they speak Creole patois there. So that's included. It's just a wonderful book. It's an ode to nature and parenthood and children, and I love it. I'm happy to have them back on our list. In the Garden with Lori from Sonia Danowski. Sonia is a Berlin-based author-illustrator, who creates these gorgeously detailed drawings. She's a Bachelor honor recipient. Her drawings are done from her memory, not from photos. They're absolutely gorgeous. And in this story, in the Garden with Lori, Lynn is taking care of her grandfather's garden while he's in the hospital. But unfortunately, her rambunctious puppy, Flori, wreaks some destruction, and Lynn needs to fix it. And it's a great story about, a kid making things right on their own and sort of having some agency. So I love that. And I just think Sonia's artwork is incredible. So absolutely beautiful. Violet and the Crumbs, a gluten-free adventure. So this is something completely different. I think everyone knows someone who suffers from celiac disease or has a gluten intolerance. This is the team that brought you the book I Am a Thief, which had great reviews, lots of humor, very funny book. They work really well together, and I love the illustrations here. But the story is simple. Violet used to love birthday parties until she was diagnosed with celiac disease, and now they are a big source of stress for her. And it's not until she realizes that certain animals can't eat certain things that she realizes that she can be proactive for herself and others, and label food, speak up for herself, and begin living just more comfortably instead of feeling like she can't partake in things. This is a great book. I really love it. I think also it's great because there's not a lot of quality books out on the market about gluten intolerance, celiac disease. So it's kind of it's a great birthday gift if you know a kid with a gluten intolerance. It's also just a fun read. I mean, because like I said, it's sensitivity kind of to everybody, to friends, kids in your classroom, that kind of thing. So I think this is actually going to be really popular. Mr. Gray and Freda Frolic from Binette Schroeder. This is a beautiful book with a fun retro feel. It's never been published here in America, but it's your classic opposites attract tale. Mr. Gray lives in a gray world, and obviously Freda Frolic's world is full of color. They both have adorable pets. But they realize that they bring something great to each other's world. They enrich each other's world, and that, you know, that's what it's all about. So just beautiful, beautiful illustrations. Binette is one of Europe's most respected illustrators. So it's always wonderful to have a book from her on our list. Badger is Bored from Moritz Pets and Amelie Jakowski. They are a fun duo, and this is actually part of a series, the Mr. Badger series. You might, recently we published The Bad Mood, which is the same Badger. This time he's not in a bad mood. He's bored. And I always like to talk about the gift of boredom. And that's exactly what this is. Badger is bored. He's got to make his own fun with his friends. And before you know it, he does. It's a very simple, very child-friendly, age-appropriate story with these beautiful illustrations from Amelie Jakowski, who is a French illustrator. Just gorgeous. I love it. And a little funny. Amelie also created a book called Dr. Mouse that was very popular during the pandemic. The Easter Chick from Geraldine Elshner. This is a book that's been back in print. It's been out of print for some time. Happy to see it back. It's a sweet Easter story about a little chick who only wants to be born on Easter Day. She's trying to time it right. So it's a funny Easter story about a chick, but it also talks a little bit about science and time, religious cycles and dates. It's interesting. It's a really interesting book, a little different. I love it. And I think the illustrations are absolutely great. Lots to see here. Piati for children. So this is a big, beautiful bind up of 7 books, all combined into one. Celestino Piati was a Swiss designer who is wildly popular in Switzerland. And I think we know him mostly in the United States because he invented the chic, simple font Arial. That's what I always think of when I think of Celestino Piati, but he also created all of these beautiful books about animals, none of which are available in the United States now. So it's great to have them here in this collection. We're also republishing The Happy Owls as a standalone book, also from Celestino Piati. And this is a really fun, friendly title. You can see his beautiful artwork. It's just great to have him back again. It has a real fun retro feel. And then I also want to just briefly hit on 2 titles that are coming this fall. Any minute now, Einstein is coming out, and we are thrilled. We just found out that it was chosen as a September-October Indie Next pick. So thank you very much for making that happen. But this is the 4th book in Torben Kuhlmann's Mouse Adventures. It is about a little mouse who wants to travel back in time to the cheese festival. And to do so, he has to build a time machine with the help of a young physicist named Albert Einstein. So perhaps the mouse influenced Einstein's theories, and not the other way around. We have a great marketing campaign for this book. As I mentioned, we're thrilled that it's an Indie Next pick. We have a wonderful virtual event happening with Torben via the Southern Independent Booksellers Association and the New Atlantic Independent Booksellers Association Reader Meets Writer series. That's happening September 11th, and anyone can sign up. It's available to stores around the country. We're also doing regional holiday catalog advertising that's already booked, as well as a lot of trade and consumer. We have a beautiful poster activity magazine that folds out. It's available in packs of 25 for your stores. My information's at the end of this presentation, so you could just email me about it. We have a great website that we created for the series, themouseadventures.com. There's a book trailer on the website. And then on the release day, we're going to release the making of Einstein video. So I hope you'll check back for that and support the book because it's a really good one. Our big Christmas title this year is called Christmas is Coming, and it is an import from Poland, and it is absolutely gorgeous. It's full of traditions from all around the world. To me, this is like a kind of a favorite holiday gift book that you would just take out every year and pour over the illustrations. It has, to me, a big golden book kind of feel to it. So I feel like this will be a book that people will treasure. I want to thank you all for your time. Thanks for hanging in for the entire presentation. You can contact me with any questions. Check out our website. We have tons of information, digital catalogs, all that kind of thing on there, interviews with our authors. We are all over social media, so please follow us. Check out our YouTube channel. We've been doing a lot of video. And we're distributed by Simon & Schuster. So thank you for listening. It was great to virtually connect with you all. Bye-bye.